to another episode of Sanford Says. My name is Lisa Holder, Communications Officer for the City of Sanford, and I've got a very special guest with me today, Mr. Kenneth Bentley. Welcome, Mr. Bentley.
Thank you for having me.
So Mr. Kenneth Bentley is a community leader here in Sanford, and he is also the co-chair of the Martin Luther King Steering Committee. And so that's why Kenneth is here today, because we're coming up to the third Monday in January where the nation recognizes Dr. Martin Luther King. And so, Kenneth, just tell us a little bit about yourself. I know you're born and raised in Sanford, right? And this is your second time on the podcast, too.
Second time on the podcast.
It's been a year since the last time you're here, but
and where does time go?
It does. Time sure does fly. And so you were born and raised, and you've been on the committee for several years. You want to share a little bit about the committee itself? And it's been around for a long time.
Would love to. Born and raised here in Sanford. My family's from Sanford. Graciously enough, we were honored a couple of decades ago with having one of my family members put on a school. Bentley Elementary is named after my aunt, Altamise Bentley. And it's also a park in the Georgetown community. It's Wilson Bentley Park. So we've been here for a while, and we just try to do things in the community. But today we're talking about the MLK Steering Committee from the City of Sanford. And before we go any further, I would like to thank the City of Sanford for their tireless support. We could not do this without the City of Sanford. I know a lot of times you see myself, you see the chairman, Mr. Melvin Philpott, and you see other committee members. But this would not be possible without the City of Sanford.
Thank you.
This year is our 34th celebration. In 34 years, I look back and I say, I've been here for all of them. 34. So you know I'm over 34 years of age. And we've grown this into a 4-day weekend. It's not a celebration anymore. It's just an event that everybody in Central Florida looks for. But this year it's just going to be a little different. It's going to be different because of this thing that everybody's been talking about. It's called COVID-19, and it's for real. It's really for real. If you don't think it's for real, just look at CNN or look at your local news stations and you'll know it's for real. And you also have to listen to Dr. Fauci. And the MLK Steering Committee is listening to Dr. Fauci. So we're not going to have an event that later they can call a super spreader. We're just not going to do it. We love you. We know the population that come to this event. Most of them are senior citizens, and a lot of them have underlying issues, and we're just not taking the chance at all.
And so that being said, it's going to be virtual most of it.
It's going to be virtual, and it's still going to be fantastic.
Virtual and fantastic.
Virtual and fantastic. There's one event that's going to be live, and it's going to be limited to 40 people. It's the oratorical contest, which is this coming Friday, January 15th, at Seminole State College. Seminole State College is also a partner with us with the oratorical scholarships. We're going to do a total of 4 scholarships Friday night. 3 are going to be given on behalf of MLK, and 1 is going to be given on behalf of Seminole State. Our main scholarship for the first place winner is going to be in honor of one of our past members, Miss Eva Lawson. So this year, the first place winner will get the Eva Lawson MLK Scholarship. But once again, that's limited to 40 people, and I want to be honest, it's basically just the students, the parents, and the committee members. There's not really any room for people from the general public this year. We just can't do it. 40 max, we're going to do the scholarships live, and everything else will be virtual.
Okay, question. So the oratorical contest is for seniors in elementary school?
No, the oratorical contest is for seniors only, high school seniors.
Okay.
Any high school in Seminole County, you qualify, whether it's public, private, or you being homeschooled. Now, we're going to also have a poster competition. The poster competition is for elementary kids only. And we've already picked up those posters from the area elementary schools, and that'll be a first, second, and third place winner for the posters.
Okay. And so can people, you said that is not a virtual event, but is it going to be streamed live at all, Kenneth?
At this point, it's not.
Okay.
We tried to, but we just weren't able to do it. With the virtual, everything is new to us also, so we just won't be able to do it.
Okay. All right. Well, at least you're given the opportunity to still have that oratorical contest.
Correct.
Right?
We're going to make sure that 4 kids get some college assistance. We didn't want to stop that. because Dr. King never stopped to dream.
That's right. Well, that's definitely underscore that point too. So, and then you have there's several. You said there was 4 events, correct?
Yes,
and so
ma'am.
that was one of 4, and then continuing on to Saturday.
Saturday is the banquet. The banquet is usually held at the Sanford Civic Center, but due to COVID, we're doing that virtual. The guest speaker for the banquet is Darlene Jones, and she works for, we say Channel 9 News, but I'm pretty sure it's,
WFTV.
yeah, WFTV, but old people like me say Channel 9 News.
Okay.
She's an investigative reporter, and she's a fabulous speaker, so make sure that you tune in Saturday night for Miss Darlene Jones, who's our guest speaker. And also at the banquet, we're going to still give out our awards. The Brotherhood recipient this year for MLK is Action Church. The Humanitarian Award winner this year is Annie Dees, which is a restaurant in the Midway community, and her son's construction company, Mr. Davion Hampton.
Okay. Now, can you please tell me where can people tune into that? You said is it through Facebook or how can people tune in?
Eventbrite. They can go to Eventbrite, and we also have a Facebook page. It's www.mlksanford.org, and it'll give them all the information that they need. And also, I know a lot of our people are seniors, so we have a phone number. They can contact the MLK committee member. The phone number is 407-801-2162. And I guarantee you to be a friendly voice with patience.
There you go. Certainly. All right. And so that's a wonderful, wonderful celebration that you're going to have in lieu of the banquet on Saturday, January 16th. And then there's yet another event on Sunday.
Yep. One other thing I don't want to forget as far as the banquet, that's on Saturday night, we have a community award winner too, and that's Glorious Hands. They'll also be honored. And then moving to Sunday, which is our interfaith service, that's going to be at St. Paul Missionary Baptist Church, and it's going to also be virtual. And the guest speaker for that is the pastor of the church, Reverend Sammy J. Edwards Sr., and you don't want to miss it.
No, you do not.
No, you don't. Pastor Edwards is like a preaching machine, so you don't want to miss the preaching machine.
All right. And so people have to pre-register, is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
That same information, the MLK Facebook page, Eventbrite, or that telephone number, 407-801-2162.
Okay. And then we have, moving on, Sanford's Got Talent.
Oh,
What's
I feel
that?
like dancing. I feel like dancing.
Me too.
That's when we normally go in the park on that Monday for the rally in the park, and we have all the food and the dancers and the guest speakers. But this year, due to COVID, we're just going to have Sanford's Got Talent, and that's virtual. It's going to be a lot of fabulous singers. Fabulous singers. And it's going to be some great dancers. We're going to have some people that do poetry. We're going to also have a comic. It's going to be worth every bit of your time.
That sounds like fun. That's going to be Sunday.
That's going to be Monday in the park.
Okay, Monday.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, there's no parade this year. We won't do it in parade, period. We're not even doing one virtual. We just can't gather that many people together, so it's no parade. But look at this. In 2022, we plan on doing everything live again. We got the vaccine out now, and hopefully we can get this herd immunity, and we'll be right where we need to be. But this year is just totally different. We're looking at safety. So we just can't do those large events. And I know a lot of people are disappointed about the parade, but we just can't do it this year.
So Kenneth, what are we talking about here when your theme this year is Now is the Time? Can you explain a little bit more about that?
Would love to. Now is the time. Stop with the excuses. I'll do it later. Well, I don't need to vote. And we saw that voting really mattered. If we didn't know anything else in 2020, we saw that voting really mattered. So don't ever tell anybody that now is not the time. It's the time. Now is the time.
Yes.
It's the time.
No better time than the present.
No better time than the present. And quit putting off things you were going to do. Now is the time. If you want to get involved in the city of Sanford, now is the time. If you want to run for office, now is the time. If you want to register to vote, now is the time. If you want to get your rights back, now is the time. If you want to see what other people in the city of Sanford are doing, now is the time.
There you go. There you have it from the words of Mr. Kenneth Bentley. Is there any last words that we want to share about this wonderful weekend? 30 years, you said, of history?
30 years of history, and it's a lot of history. This event started with just a parade down 13th Street, and then we used to just go straight home.
In 1987?
Yes.
I did the
We started
math
at Croom School of Choice, which is now Croom's Academy, and we would go from one end of 13th Street to the other end of 13th Street. Then we grew it every year. We grew the oratorical contest. Like I say, now we do it at Seminole State. We grew the poster competition. We take care of all the elementary schools in the city of Sanford. We've grown this event to just almost on somebody's front porch to now a whole subdivision.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, we've really grown this event. But we grew it with the city of Sanford.
Yes.
Yeah, the city of Sanford is responsible, and some hardworking individuals that live in this city.
Certainly. Well, thank you for that. I mean, this is definitely, the ML Steering Committee, you have such great history. You have done incredible work for the community, a true community partner, everyone on that committee. And this whole event is going to be wonderful. And we really encourage you, now that it's virtual this year, that you register. You register and participate and see that incredible talent, hear about the oratorical contest and these intelligent, bright young people that we have in our community. And the virtual celebration is in the interfaith observance.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds wonderful too.
Oh, they're going to have a hallelujah good time.
Yeah. So you heard it right here on the Sanford Says podcast. You want to have a hallelujah good time, then get registered for the MLK festivities, correct?
Correct. And one thing I don't want to leave out, Sanford, I want you to really listen. We have a lot of great people on this steering committee. When people tell you that they're on the steering committee, clap, give them an applause, because they do great work. Nobody gets paid. Nobody gets paid. Nobody gets paid. A lot of times you just see myself and Mr. Philpott, but it's not the two of us. We have about 30 dedicated members. So anytime you in a restaurant and somebody say, I'm on the MLK steering committee, you tell them I'm paying for your lunch. Anytime.
Yeah, I mean, you prepare for this long in advance, I'm sure.
We don't take any time off. We do it year round.
See that?
We do it year round. We don't take any time off.
Yep. So let's review real quickly the events that are going on for the weekend before we finish up on this podcast. So it's going to take place the January 15th to the 18th at the weekends for festivities. You wanted to share real quickly, Mr. Bentley, what we've got? We have the Friday, the event, oratorical contest.
Friday, we have the oratorical and the poster contest. It's at Seminole State. That's our partner with the scholarship. Saturday, we have a virtual banquet. The guest speaker is Miss Darlene Jones. She's fantastic. Sunday, interfaith service. Hallelujah, good time with Pastor Sammy Edwards of St. Paul Missionary Baptist Church. That's located in the Georgetown community. And then Monday, Sanford's Got Talent. I'm already getting a pair of dancing shoes because I know I'm going to be dancing. You can't miss it.
All right. And so ticket information for virtual events is please go to Eventbrite, search MLK Presents. Now is the time. And you can also follow them on Facebook at Sanford MLK Jr. So there you go. Thank you, Mr. Bentley, for being on the show.
Thank you for having me.
All right. Well, this is Lisa Holder, Communications Officer for the City of Sanford. You're listening to Sanford Says. Thank you for tuning in. You can find this podcast wherever you subscribe to your favorite podcast. Thank you again. Be safe out there. And until next time, talk to you later.